G'day guys, and welcome back to our final episode of the year of Panther Cres. And welcome to my co-host again, Cam Coffey.
Yes, your only co-host.
Only co-host, and we'll get into that. But obviously, once again, thanks to Arana Joinery for sponsoring this year, allowing us to get Ricky in for Halfback Digital Media to film it and do all the editing and get this show up for us. So once again, thanks, Mark. And obviously, we've got you a bit of work on from the publicity, but thank you, Mark. But yeah, elephant in the room would be Saucet, our other co-host, who, geez, he's been missing lately, hasn't he?
He really has. It's interesting because we were going to call it last week, and no, we've got to do it. We've got to have one more. We've got to have it. Here we are on a Tuesday night. It's pretty. I can hear the crickets. There's not many people around. It's no Sauce. He wanted to do this. Where is he?
Yeah, he just said I think he's out for dinner or something. So
nice romantic dinner, hopefully.
Yeah. But well, I don't know. He hasn't put himself up in lights, and I reckon that maybe next year probably gonna have to give him the arse.
Bit of a panel change.
Yeah. So he can come like every now and again. Maybe he might get a go, but being very unreliable, just like he has been at cricket. His bowling and body and all that sort of stuff. But maybe get someone else.
There you go. Is that peeves off Panther or?
No, that's just
on notice.
Yeah, just on notice.
Fair enough.
Let's get that out the way early. But yeah, moving in, obviously had a few grand finals this week.
Yeah, it's pretty busy at the club, wasn't it?
Pretty busy.
Thursday, the 18s, Friday, the 18s, Saturday morning, the 16s, Sunday morning, the 16s, and then on the ARFOs of Saturday and Sunday, we had the threes. So, we were meant to, but pretty big weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
So getting into their under 18s first, as it being Thursday, Friday. We'll get that up there, Ricky. Thank you. And yeah, they batted first there on the Thursday night and didn't really go to plan as what they would have liked there. I think I got here about 10 minutes in and both the Lockie and large Harry Bolts were out. And then they scraped their way to 162 and probably a fine for all these boys in their team. I do remember them being 9 down and Joshy Kilner batting at number 11. There was about 5 overs to go and number 9th wicket went and the whole team ran inside to get changed. And you were here as well. And he said, where are you guys going? Where are you going? You got 9 down, you got 1 wicket left and got to have a bit of faith in Joshy. And what happened? Joshy batted to the end. I mean, he got sort of 5 not out or something like that. And
batted really well
with Tyler. And they got an extra, I think it was 24 runs or something like that, which got them up to, which would have, basically that's what won the game for them because they nearly would have lost with footballers getting 137. So, the boys should probably be thankful of Joshy for batting there with Tyler.
Yeah, most definitely. I probably overstepped a little bit with the coach Donga. I saw that and I went and said, Donga, get your boys out there. They've got to support Joshy really hard. And they, to their credit, got out really quickly and they did cheer him on and he did a wonderful job with, obviously, Tyler leading from the front there. But Alex Chandler batted really well for 43 as well. Probably just sort of gave it away a little bit there. He was looking really good and then decided to try and hit the ball in the air a bit more and didn't quite work out. But the boys the next day did a fantastic job. Lockie and Pete's opened up and they had him, losing wickets regularly and for not many runs, but then footballers fought back and it was a game in the balance for a while, but a great result. I think Lockie got the first 3 wickets, came back and got maybe the last one or the second last one.
He was on a hat-trick, I want to say.
Yeah, but a fantastic effort and it looked like they were in control for most of the game, but the little fight back from footballers, but as you just mentioned, that little partnership at the end, so crucial. So win number 1 was great for the under-18s and they celebrated really well. I think they went back to the Bolch-Titus's and enjoyed a swim and
they would have been drinking their
fizzy drinks. Yeah. No, that's exactly right. I think they were well behaved. Yeah.
Hydrated from the game and...
Well, a lot of them had to back up and play 16s or seniors.
Yeah, all 3. There's a few boys playing all 3, so that was good. But good start to the week for the grand finals. And heading into the 16s, 1 win. So we both batted on that first day.
Yeah, split innings.
Yep. So 1 for 98, Eildon, Ferntree, Gully, 4 for 109. Joshy Wilkins probably would have had 100. We was on 47 not out, and then the rain came on Sunday. So finishing on top is always a bit of a benefit. And yeah, maybe I think there'd be a few teams complaining a little bit to the league, but as the league sort of said in one of their posts, like if you come to the meetings earlier in the year, then you can have your say. So talk about the
It's a pretty common thing, isn't it? Though? Yeah. The league very just be open, listen, say yeah, that's fair enough. Rather than get a bit on the front foot, a bit defensive, and they could just go, hey, yeah, we understand where you're coming from, but you look at this game, 4 for 109, 1 for 98. Looks like we were definitely, and Joshy actually had to retire. I think you have to retire after 60 balls. Come back in later.
Yeah, right.
But, we had the 3 extra wickets, a couple less runs, but you would think that we're in a good spot there.
Pretty hard though as well, like at this time of year to come back the next week because it's a bit difficult. Well, you probably could in the 16s, couldn't you?
Well, you could in a lot of the cricket, the 16s and a lot of the seniors, and if we had played a week earlier, there is a spare day on the Monday. So then you'd question why is there a spare day for the other final and not the more important final? But maybe it's just getting rid of. It's unfortunately you finish higher, or I should say, unfortunately if you finish lower, that's just the way it is, and it's been like that for ever and a day, and that's why you have to work hard during the year.
Yep, I'm sure that'll be something that you talk about on the Ferntree Gully cricket show on Saturday.
Yeah, quite possibly. I mean, we're going to be talking about lots of stuff. Maybe we can bring that up.
Yeah, bring that up. Maybe get
Norm's opinion.
But moving on. So a win for the 16s, little bit of a, not the way you want to win it, but you'll take them. You see the boys with all their medals, so that was good.
Yeah, and they worked really hard. We might talk about their coach a little bit later and his celebrations, but we'll leave that for our.
Brad, what did Brad do?
Brad was celebrating. Okay, we'll find him now. Brad was celebrating on Saturday night. So let's just rewind here. The 16s play on Sunday morning. Yeah. Brad was here watching the football and was definitely celebrating.
Did he go home or did you stay?
I think he might have slept here because he was definitely celebrating again on Sunday pretty early. So yeah, that's a fine for Brad.
Celebrating during the game.
There's not too many beers left in the fridge, so he definitely went pretty hard. But a very happy and proud coach. So well done to Brad and his team.
Be confident and celebrate. I think I did that last year in our granny. Saturday night. Anyway, so moving on to our thirds. Once again, they finished on top of the ladder.
Yes.
They had a great year, finished on top, and going into this game, you would have thought just seeing the weather, just get through the first day and pretty much, good chance of winning with that rain coming. And what happened?
It does look as if things didn't go to plan. I think Potsy might have mentioned that they would have probably bowled first if they had won the toss, which is against probably what Potsy would normally do, but with the weather and how it factors in, he did reflect he probably would have, but he didn't win the toss. Unfortunately, Ferntree Gully had a pretty stacked team.
Yeah.
They had a pretty good team. And it definitely wasn't our day. What do you say? All out for 50. It's tough.
See me boy Huddy got another duck. We've got a few in the final series. Huddy, we'll have to work on that next year.
He's got a lot of mentions for a lot of runs, but the finals probably didn't go the best for him, but that's all right. He'll bounce back. But he
did say to me he doesn't really care. He got 2 medals. So.
Oh, right. Well, he's happy. Well, that's okay. But then you look at the Ferntree Gully innings, they did it pretty easy and they did it pretty quickly, to be honest. So I think if we had have lasted maybe 10 extra balls, it could have changed the game because they probably would have come out and gone even harder, knowing full well what they had to do. But the weather could have given us 3 from 3. But you know what? Ferntree Gully deserve that win. They were very, very much outclassed. Our very junior team.
Yeah, that's the thing. We had some good results through the year too. With a lot of junior guys coming through, lots of games into them. A few of them been up playing in the 2s as well. Good experience and
Potsy did an amazing job.
He did great stuff during the year, so that was great.
Which I think, or maybe we just head straight into the Amalfi.
Yep.
But the Amalfi for the senior player of the week, only 1 game.
Yep.
50 runs, none for 51. So 10 not out. For the skipper, Potsy, I think deserved for the whole year.
Yeah.
In terms of bringing these kids through, giving them a go week in, week out, batting himself down the order. But allowing these kids to grow
Yep.
and be better cricketers. He did a wonderful job. So Amalfi Player of the Round / thank you for the season sort of scenario. Potsy, see Fred, and you got yourself a
We better see him soon
pizza.
because Fred loves a pizza. So. But also, it was a bit tough though, that picking the Amalfi winner was either out of Potsy or Extras was next top scorer. So it's a bit tough. But anyway, moving on, the Yo My Goodness Award. And for 47 not out, it's got to go to Joshy Wilkins. I think he might have won a couple already, but yeah, well batted.
It was hard because we could have used the 18s in this as well, and Lockie got 4 for, and it was one of those scenarios. And Alex Chandler batted really well, but yeah, Josh 47 not out. I think the not out got him over the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So well done, Josh. Now we've got something here that we been meaning to show. I think we only got it not long ago. It was after our vets T20 Big Bash team played against the whole of the RDCA and didn't lose a game and flogged them. We finally got our shield. So here it is here. Anytime Fitness Veterans T20 champions. So you can see it's only been going a couple of years. Warrenwood, Ainsley Park.
I think several last year. There's a fly absolutely in the background here.
Several last year, and then there'll be Eildon.
And it's funny, I got that presented at a school athletics day as well.
Yeah.
So one of the guys from Seville, I don't know how they ended up with it. Maybe they thought they were going to win it
From
again.
last year, they probably still had
Probably,
it.
but you know, it's not as good for the story. But they thought they were going to win it again. So I got it presented on their podium at the athletics day. So that was kind of cool. The kids were wondering what it was, and I took full advantage of the of the fans there, which is good.
Well, they didn't bring it on the grand final day because they thought they'd just get it. Yeah.
Little did they know.
Nah.
All right, well, we're going to get our president on, and he's going to do a little rap, for the end of the season. So, Fred, come on board. We'll get you in the middle.
Get in there, Fred.
Fred in the middle.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, season's done and dusted. It's been a long season. You know, it's always good that we're playing finals. It's been a long season, though. How have you seen everything? You know, think back to day one. You know, what have we done? How far have we come? What's been your thoughts on the year?
Long season. It's definitely, it's definitely a long season. But there's a lot of planning. Like the first three months before the season start, you're working on the club and you're working on making sure that you get everything done and ready for the season. But it's been really good. We've you know, as they say, like a lot of Carlton supporters say it. They've been saying it for years, green shoots. But
not on Thursday night.
Yeah, well, no, that was a train wreck. That was anyway. But we go back to cricket. There's lots to like about what we're doing at the moment with Eildon Park. Our events are really strong now. Our juniors are strong. 16s, 18s, both playing in grand finals. Our first 11, like interesting stat about our first 11, we're the first team in 4 years to be promoted and not relegated in straight sets. Yeah. So there's a lot to be happy about in regards to where we are. We missed out by, let's say, 3 wickets or something like that.
Yeah,
in our ones.
The way you look at it, I mean, we missed out by 10 runs, 3 wickets, whatever it is, it's close. And we missed out because we didn't play well enough in the 6 games.
Definitely in the ballpark. Our twos, again, another development year. They could have easily played finals as well. So, and our thirds finished top. Our fourths got promoted, and they finished fourth as well. Yep. So they obviously came against another experienced team, and Scotty did a great job. They didn't have the they lost a fair chunk of talent last year in the fourths, and leadership, but that's okay. Scotty's taken it up and he's done a fantastic job. I'm really proud of him. He's a great guy. Everyone loves Scotty. Done a really good job. And Potsy, Potsy just sacrifices his own time and everything just to help people play cricket. He knows how I feel about him. He's a ripper, and I've already spoken about next year. Hopefully he can go around again next year and keep developing those young men into cricket. Is doing a fantastic job, and next year probably there might be some changes in the twos and the ones. So we're looking forward to what happens there. We're going to really focus on junior development next year in the off season. We really want to work hard to recruit more kids back to Eildon Park and help the coaches do a better job you know, and helping them stay. So we're working on retention as well.
Well,
So it's
the club's very young. Like you look at the 3s and the 4s.
Yeah.
They're very young. Our 2s, you've got that. You know, there's a lot of guys that have sort of got some games there that are under 18, maybe just 18, and then you've got your 20-year-olds. You know, the club's profile, there's not a lot of older people. Yes, in the ones, there's a few. I say that because I'm old, but no, there is a few older guys. But as a club, our profile is very young.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, hopefully we can keep all these people, keep them happy, keep them around, and they can keep developing.
Yeah.
But it's a good spot to be.
Absolutely, yeah. We want to really work on coaching those young men in the 1s and 2s. Love to be able to, you know, future ambition is to have a ladies team back again. You know, we had it 20 odd years ago, and it'd be really good. Shayla's put her hand up, the captain.
Yep.
You know, she reckons she can play, which is great, fantastic. But yeah, so we've only just sort of, you know, we've gotten out of COVID, and we're sort of, we're working our way back to being, you know,
And you
where we want to get to.
You mentioned the functions and things like that. Obviously, from I guess last year to this year, they've definitely got bigger and busier and more people.
Yeah.
What do you envision next year? Sort of
Man of Steel back.
Oh, Tate, you can run that if you like. Maybe we have Man of Steel after Pink Stumps Day. Maybe that's the night function. We separate it and then we.
The only thing is, I think those 3 years that we didn't make any money from it.
No, it was at a loss, but you felt good about yourself, right?
Oh yeah,
that's all that matters.
Well, there's actually some stories if you want to get to.
Not tonight.
But
So
in talking of functions,
absolutely. We do a trivia night. We're going to do the whether it's a $5,000 draw or a $2,500 draw. We need to work that out. Obviously, the past players day and the Pink Stumps Day working together.
Yeah,
it was a success. It was probably the largest function I've seen at the club in over 25 years. So there's some positives there. We've got a really strong committee this year. Some really quality people in it that are really driving the goal of the club, and we're really excited about next year already. We're starting to think about it right now. So,
and you're going around again?
Well, that's yet to be determined. That's up to the members to decide.
But you're putting your hand up?
At this stage, I think I am, but things change. You never know. Yeah.
Okay.
You sit on the fence, what are you?
Well, it's not my call. I'm not. I have to be voted in, James.
But you would like to do it, or you?
Look, I think there's still work to be done, and I'd like to get in a position where we can hand it over and we can continue the good work. So.
Yeah, if you jumped out this year, would probably get into you, and you'd be fined every week next year.
I don't think you'd see me if it wasn't.
Righto, critter.
No, nothing like that. But it's been really good. I really appreciate all the support from everyone around the club, especially in the committee. The events, have been fantastic. Like the effort from everyone just to chip in and do their bit, which is really good. And hopefully next year we can recruit more people and do more for the greater community, which is good.
And I guess probably you've got a long list of thank yous, but I'm kind of thinking of our guys that are here Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays and locking up and stuff. But did you want to thank anyone?
Oh, look, we can't do anything without Burnsy and CD. And Dozzy, who's our media manager on a Saturday, he does Frogbox.
Yep.
Does a really good job every now and then. He does the lines. He definitely cooks barbecues. Does that. But the committee, those 3 guys, they're the heart and soul of what we do. We wouldn't have a canteen, wouldn't have a bar running without those 3 guys. I mean, we go around to the clubs for other clubs, and sometimes there's not a canteen open, or and it's we don't want that for Eildon Park. It's up to
Or no tea when you're playing.
Yeah, I'm not having to go to other clubs. Sort of, we just that's part of our DNA. It's part of our DNA that we don't plan on stopping teas anytime soon and not having a canteen and bar open
I think
on a Saturday.
We're really lucky as a club, and I think I spoke to someone about this the other day, but teas in all our grades are provided at no cost.
Mm-hmm.
The club absorbs that
yeah.
cost, whereas other clubs are charging, it's $10 a week now, just to make sure that, you can either bring your tea or it's $10, and the club, for as long as I've known, haven't asked for that.
Yeah, so, we've been doing that at least 15 years.
Which I think people don't realise. I mean, because you're in that area of, you notice what other clubs are doing, but our players probably just take it for granted. So, I guess for the players that don't realise, these guys that are doing the canteen, they're doing the teas, a lot of clubs don't have that. So, it is a sign of, make sure that we thank these guys, and we try to.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's not take it for granted because they're not going to be around forever, and it probably needs a few people to step up.
Yeah,
and
look,
take their spot.
You're 100% right. I mean, it doesn't take much for people to not turn up, and then all of a sudden things drop off, and people just take that for granted, and we don't want to have that. It's not who we are.
But they're saying Rumpy as well for basically taking the piss out of everyone who's
the social media guy.
the socials, but those reels seem to be working pretty.
The
well.
reels are good. He talks about how many views we get. We get a lot in the reels, which is great.
We'll have to thank Kinners as well for giving us some content.
I wonder how many views they got.
Apparently, the club's made 10 grand off that.
Nice,
off that one.
awesome.
There's definitely something in that, though, isn't there? That
makes
the
me laugh
reels,
every
you
time.
look at Play HQ and what they do. I can see what Rowville was trying to do this year, and unfortunately, some people took that the wrong way.
A couple of times,
but it's all in good fun, good spirit, and
I know,
the way social media works these days, you just kind of got to just cop it on the chin and move on. But unfortunately, that's not how everyone looks at it.
I got him upset a few times. There's a few packages of.
But that's how it works these days. Like if you want to get your club out there, you got to do stuff like that. So Rumpy obviously getting that all sorted was positive, but also there was a few negatives.
There was a couple of negatives, and we all know why and whatnot. And we're still alive. No one died from it, so we can't be too bad. No one's gone to jail, so or sued. James, I'm waiting for you.
Well,
anyway,
actually, you don't want anyone going back for some of these episodes.
Congrats and well done.
Thank you.
So, hopefully you do sort of put your hand up again. You've sort of been a bit coy there, but hopefully you put your hand up again and people can see what you've done for the club this year. And there's no dramas.
We'll keep carrying you. It's fine, Fred.
No, look, many hands make light work, James. You know that.
That's it.
So just to cap off, we've got a presentation night on the 28th of March. So those junior player people who want to attend, you can come and have a feed if you like. You can use the try booking system. It's $60 a head. The club makes virtually nothing off it. We just cover our costs, and that will that you're more than welcome. Under 18s as well. Like to see under 18s turn up, parents as well. If you're in the 7s and 9s and you want to come and have a meal and watch a presentation night with us, that'd be good.
Well, when are the 16s and 18s doing their actual presentation night?
So what's happening is there is also a comp presentation night that night, and what is happening is that we're going to start at 7. We'll probably do the president's address, the coach's address, the captain's address, and then the individual awards, and they're around about 8:30. Hopefully they're all here, and then we do the under 16 awards, under 18 awards, 4ths, 3rds,
so we're hoping that 16s and 18s are there getting presented. Awesome, sounds great.
And this year, where our best clubman award is changing, the name's changing. It'll be the George Smythe Award. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good, really good. George is a great man, and we get to honour him now. So
also get a few more blokes trying to win that one now.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? So that we're doing that, and next year hopefully we can elaborate on a few other things. A few things we've got planned in the pipes. More recognition for players, more recognition for junior parents that help out a lot more, and we're really working on that. We've got some good plans coming. So,
Very nice. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on, and we will see your presentation.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, Fred.
All right. Well, as we lose Fred, it's probably perfect timing to go into the Fig Jam, isn't it? It's named after Fred. So
Fig Jam.
There he is. We just had a good chat with him, and he's up on the screen again.
But this is probably the main thing that Source wanted to do from last week. Got a big poll going, and he had the 4 people up there, which was Shayla, Hicksy, Fred, and yourself, Cam.
Still not sure how I was up there, but yep.
I'm not sure how you didn't get more votes, but
don't need another medal, I guess.
Exactly. But yeah, we're obviously Source not here to talk about it, but the winner of the award with 64% of the votes is Shayla. So Shayla Harris wins the award. So she'll have to present that award to her.
Does she win a stump? And then she can do the. Maybe that's the official trophy.
Yeah,
a stump.
a medal with a stump. Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll have to get a little.
Now let's
deal
just
with that.
touch on this though. 64%. I haven't seen the votes, but I'm assuming can she vote for herself? Because I'm pretty sure she would have voted for
Yeah,
herself.
she did say I want to win it, and she was telling people to vote for her and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, campaign down here on Sunday. Vote one,
yeah,
Shayla.
she made a sign. Yeah, the signs going.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
she deserved it. So well done, Shayla.
Yep, and Hicksy second with 25%. Like, I think most of that was the twos guys for basically just taking a
Telling
piss of
them
them.
that he
out of them.
could make as many runs as them in left-handed. So. Well, I did notice my vote was, I think Hicksy voted for me, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Thanks,
yeah,
Dave.
But it was Fred and yourself both just got the 2 votes.
Yeah. Well, Fred was going for back-to-back, so it's a great effort to win it last year and, be in the top 4. So.
I reckon you'll be trying to win it again next year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like not having that. So, But also, one of the things that Source wanted to do this week is the Panther Press Medal Award.
Yes.
And that would be
That's our alarm.
That's
So
the Panther Press alarm.
that's Fred. He's set our alarm off. But sources said for the last few weeks, Panther Press got to do it. That's why we had to come back.
Yep.
So we have a winner.
We do have a winner.
Oh, do we? Do we have a winner?
I've decided to take all the 3 votes, and I've won it myself.
You're actually going to claim it? Well, I'll give the background story here. Nath hasn't done the votes. He hasn't added them up. And I said, well, surely it's Sam Fry, Cooper Denning. We just give it to Frizy because, Cooper won the other thing. And he's got, someone might go back and check. So,
do we just make the decision ourselves?
I think it's Frizy.
It has to be, I think. The Panther Press medal, it goes to Frizy. So well done,
well
Frizy.
done, Samuel Fry.
He had a great year. Wickets everywhere. And
wickets, runs, did it all. Cooper was a very close second with our pretend counting. But is there a medal that...
Yeah, there is a medal.
Yep, so I think...
But Source is organising that, so it might take a while.
Frizy, you can see Source for your medal.
Maybe we can do that on presentation night. Give up the
yes, we
medal.
can try,
If,
but we're not sure.
It's only a couple of weeks away. I don't know if they have enough time.
He probably doesn't have enough time.
We probably might not even make it.
Well, Samuel Fry, it's official.
Yep.
We counted the votes. We didn't just make it up on the spot.
No.
He is our Panther Press medal winner and a very deserved winner.
Had a great year.
Yeah.
Had a great year.
So well done.
And keep moving up, more wickets next year, and
keep pushing up those grades.
Now we talked about, we've had our great friends Halfback Digital Media this year doing the show and doing all the editing, and had to edit out a few things that we said probably get us in a bit of trouble, but
and then just jumps in and just adds things on the fly.
The production team at Halfback have been fantastic, and we thought we'd take this time to thank Ricky and getting up here to say a couple of words and
see the man behind Panther Press
camera,
and the one that probably keeps us all together.
Yep.
So Ricky, come on down.
I thought he was going to have a little intro from himself.
That would have been good.
I spent too much time trying to source the shit out.
Behind the camera.
Well, hang on.
Like, he's moved off from behind the camera and it's frozen.
I've done this before. Yeah.
Oh, no. Actually, maybe we have to get another camera guy.
No, we're back. Okay, take 2. There he is.
That's how important I am behind the camera.
Yeah. Doesn't run on.
Fred's actually
taking
running it now. That's what's happening. So, you have literally been the guy behind the camera that's made this happen, so thank you first. But
Do you think it's a step up from last year when I was doing it myself and forgetting to press record?
it's a little bit of a step up. I think there was a couple of episodes that the memory stick wasn't even in.
Yeah.
You did a whole episode.
Yeah, there was a couple of things
So,
like
It was just nice to have the file before Friday afternoon.
that. Yeah, that was Fred's fault.
Ricky's definitely brought some professionalism. I mean, pretty tough with us, but he's brought some professionalism in. Now, I guess the thing is, you do this for some cricket clubs, but you also do something else. You do the video footage.
Yeah, so
of the games. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so we look after game filming for footy clubs pretty much all across sort of Gippsland and Victoria, any club that reaches out to us. So yeah, take care of game filming, do social media, game week content for a lot of clubs, podcasts for you guys, obviously. And yeah, then sort of media days and any drone footage and stuff like that. So really anything digital media for local sporting clubs, really.
Which is a pretty cool space to be in. So as it sort of stands now, we're moving into footy season. You're probably going to be pretty busy, but what opportunity now? You might even be able to put it up on the edit.
Yeah.
But all your details and stuff, because we've got a lot of people, especially the junior footy. I would say that they could be some interest there. So maybe you could pop your details up and can have a look. But I don't know, maybe you want to talk a little bit more about how it works from that front in terms of what you actually offer. I don't know if you want to say price or anything, but what you actually offer for them and what they could use.
Yeah, no. So yeah, we look after the game filming. So you get a camera operator down on the Saturday or Sunday, film the game for you. We send you the footage via downloadable link and a private YouTube link to make it a lot easier for clubs to be able to access their footage really quickly. Give that within 24 hours. Pricing is pretty much $285 per game. Mention Panther Press, I might throw 5% off it for you.
And it's even
You're
cheaper
going to be working for free this year.
it's even cheaper if you do the whole season.
Yeah, so you do the whole season. Yeah, it's $275. So they're also running a raffle, but any club that books in a game before, I think it was the 1st of July, goes in the draw to win a free game filmed. So the more games you get filmed, the more entries you get into the draw to win a free game of footy filmed. So
And your social media, Halfback Digital Media?
Yeah, so you find us on Facebook and Instagram at Halfback Digital Media. Contact us by email at info@halfbackdigitalmedia.com. And yeah, that's really the socials and everything like that. So
anyone looking to get into filming games, you'd be happy to
any, especially the younger kids, you got a parent that can drive you sort of anywhere around. Get in contact with us. We're always looking for camera operators and give young kids. You're a 15, 16-year-old kid that loves footy. Why would you want to get paid to stand there on a Saturday and watch the footy?
Good leg up into that if they're interested in that sort of tech stuff and learning that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so all training, you don't need your own equipment. All training's provided. We provide all the equipment. It's just get in contact with us via the socials and we'll see what we can do and try and get you some work. So
it's pretty cool. So not only opportunity for some work, but opportunity for some clubs out there to get their games filmed and even some social media sort of access.
I could probably talk about that a little bit too at Rowville when I was there when, you've got these frog box stuff going and it's okay. Doesn't, if it worked all the time, probably be a bit better. But the one thing is you got the camera on a stand and it just looks at the pitch, or you got to zoom out to see the whole field and then you can see a little ant on the screen and it's, it's okay. But I know we had Ricky down for, I think, our last home games after Christmas at Rowville a few years ago and he filmed them all, but he's filming the bowler coming in, the batsman hitting it into the field, following the ball. Nice. And it was actually a lot better. Like, I know I got a run out there and it was on camera, so it was, through down the stumps. So, it can be a bit better. You see a little bit more footage and, you never see catches half the time. And sometimes there's ripper catches that you don't see. And
very true.
Yeah, Ricky was getting them on film. So that was sort of good and a little bit of, better sort of thing than just having a fixed camera.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you, Ricky, and obviously we'll get you back behind the camera now. But
I just want to, before I go, now we all know this bloke to my left is a bit of a shit stirrer and a bit of,
Oh, this is it.
No, I'm actually going to give you a bit of credit here, mate. You've probably been one of the biggest supporters of my business since it started. Yeah. You've got me down wherever you've gone. You've got me down. Yeah. So I want to thank you for that and appreciate everything that you do to get the business name out there. So thank you.
It's good to see you. When you sort of started and you weren't sure, like you started doing some stuff and then you started getting a bit more work and you kept going and now you're doing, how many games did you film last year? It was hundreds.
220 or something like that in the end.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool to see your sort of hard work and starting to get some rewards from it. So congratulations, mate.
Now, I know you guys bet them last year and we can cut this off, but go South Belgrave this week.
Good luck, Louis.
Good luck, Louis. Thanks, mate.
Now, Ricky is also sponsoring Jake Balfour up there, and played footy together. But we like South, and we hope they go well. So we won't edit that out.
Yeah, they play in the grand final against Johnson Park. So interesting games. Both got some good players. So
I think they'll do all right if they come up as well. And then I guess maybe while we're at it, what is it? In the Norm Reeves Shield, you've got the Basin versus Knoxfield and
probably the best two teams.
Best two teams, yeah. I mean, we knocked off Knoxfield, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Best two teams. But
we nearly beat the Basin.
We almost got the Basin a couple of times. One for 100. Well, they beat us one down, chasing 190, and they made 380.
Yeah.
So I think, it's game in the balance. No, I think the Basin.
Yeah.
But what do you think?
Yeah, it's
Just?
Yeah, I think it can go either way. It just depends whose good players are on the day. I reckon. You got good backs, and you got Phillips and Walter and O'Shea and that for the Basin. But Knoxville got a few guys that have made a lot of runs too. So it's probably say the Basin, but I reckon Knoxville wouldn't surprise me if they won.
No, it wouldn't surprise me, but I think the Basin's a better team. But anyway, there's the top couple grades.
Now we've got a few little finds here. First of all, a little funny thing that came up. Obviously, Ferntree Gully were playing our thirds in the grand final.
Division 7 or 8, I think it is.
Something like that.
Yep.
And so Jaden Stevenson, who played for North Melbourne, was playing in their team, in their thirds. And I came across a little thing on Facebook, I think it was, Leader newspaper. I think the title was Ex-Kangaroos Footballer Stevenson Premiership Knock. Well, our team made 50. And he only got about 23. So I don't know. It's not like it sounds like he's playing Premier cricket and he just made 200 in the grand final. The way they talked about it.
He wasn't just on the Leader. He was on Twitter and Paul Amy, a very sort of high, it's not a fly, very high up journo in the sort of cricket field. Similar sort of thing. And then it was also on Play HQ as well, which was on Instagram. So he's done the media rounds, and I reckon you can find Instagram or whoever's Play HQ and Paul Amy as well. Like, it's Division 7.
I think he took one of our stumps too. What the hell? But can you bring your stump back, please?
That's a lot of media coverage for Div 7.
Oh, it's really more than he had. Oh no, it wasn't. He got a fair bit of media attention. He went north. But,
anyway, we'll shoot through Ferntree Gully a bill for a couple of fines, and Jaden can sort them out for us.
And the thirds, all the thirds players, if you have for Potsy, fined, not lasting the day. And all we had to do was last one day. We were just got a premiership medal. But anyway, so next year.
I think the boys will benefit from the experience of the year, but that definitely wasn't their best day. So Sauce?
Yeah, Sauce, I was reading the next one. Yes, Sauce is getting fined for hardly turning up and then making us book in this Tuesday night to do the episode because he had all these things he wanted to do and he was going to do the Panther breast medal and then said, sorry, boys, can't make it, I'm going out for dinner. So that's a fine and, getting the arse from the show. Some of Two's boys are bringing their own alcohol to the club.
Where'd you get that one?
Zach Clark. And then you got to find here.
Yeah, well, I've already fined Brad, but obviously celebrating on the Saturday night before the boys actually won the premiership was pretty entertaining. It was his wife came down, tried to get him home, and she stayed an hour and a half as well. So I reckon he punched about 5 more drinks in that time, and then he headed home. Or the back room, not sure which one, was here early and started celebrating early.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, I just don't think he left. I think he stayed. He might have. But he was a proud coach, as I said, and they had a great year.
Talking about coaches, is Dongy going around again? I don't think he actually did anything again this year.
Donga
didn't even turn up for the semi-final.
He has retired. He's a back-to-back coach, so well done to him. And let's be honest, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't be playing.
They did play, and he wasn't here.
No, because each week he had to turn up because they needed a coach. None of the parents wanted to do it. So well done to Donga for putting his hand up.
Except for the semi-final, he was playing golf.
We got here just a little bit late. So.
No, well done, Donga. He'll probably go around again.
Yeah, probably twist his arm.
Yeah, twist his arm, put a beer in it, whatever.
Now we don't have much more, but this one has caught the eye of a few people because I think it was Saturday. A few people were a bit worried about you. They thought you might have ducked off with some cash and headed to Vegas. That was the rumour floating around. I was like, no, you wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't have made it out of bed.
12 missed phone calls on Saturday morning to Saturday night. I was actually starting to get a bit concerned. But you didn't go to Vegas.
I didn't leave my room.
Didn't leave your room?
It was a fairly large night, the Friday night for mate's birthday, and it's probably the worst I've felt like in a while. Most sick I've felt in a while on the Saturday. I didn't throw up, but I was pretty close.
So it's fair to say you haven't checked the Punters Club.
No, I have not. No.
All right, so take us through Punters Club.
So Punters Club, yeah, it's finished. We're just going to go through it all and work out exactly how much to get back. But I think we're looking at, we probably collected around banked around 3,000, and we get our $200 back. So.
Excellent. And so again, people just have to pay their difference.
Yeah, so I needed that. So I need to go through and just confirm everyone's amounts, go through my bank and see who's paid and whatever. But I'll get to that this week. So
well, hopefully, maybe 28th of presentation night can be payout night, and you can
send your details.
We can do it. We can get them pay
send
out
your bank details. Yeah.
Pay out there. Get more people.
Send
to
your bank
presentation
details, Cam. It's all digital.
I'm saying, do it on the night.
What?
Do it on the night.
Yeah, we can send me your details and I'll pay into. Is it the joint account or?
If you bring the money to the 28th, you'll get more people to presentation night. That's my point. To get more people to presentation night, mate. It's all benefit for the club.
I'm just happy to pay into people's joint accounts.
There's no more good lucks for the weekend, so maybe a couple of thank yous just to close out.
Yeah, obviously.
Host.
I'll thank myself. Thanks, Cam. It's been good doing it.
It was more thanking the sponsors, but
thank you as well, Cam, for coming on board this year. And thank God, I would have been one out and by myself half the time. Ricky would have been not even behind the camera.
He would have had to come up the front
and up and back and whatever. So it's been good having a professional radio person on, and moving on to that, you got the radio station Saturday again, Ferntree Gully.
Yeah, grand final show. So just previewing the two games and got quite a few people in there to talk about it. So it should be good. Tune in.
Bit different, usually play in the grand final too instead of.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know what to do with myself, so I thought I'd hang around cricket more. All good. But Arana Joinery.
Yep, got to thank you, Mark, and hopefully you jump on board again next year. And it's been really good to giving us the opportunity to keep doing this. And and then also thanking Fred, our Pres.
Ricky again, thank you.
And obviously Mark, Rumphy for helping us out with all the social media sort of stuff, and Source for the couple of times he dropped up, so that was good.
And to everyone that sort of tunes in, so
everyone that watched, it's it's good just trying to have a bit of fun and talk about a few things that happen and try and make it a little bit lighthearted. And there's not a lot of preparation that goes into it. It's sort of a bit hard when you're working and whatever, but.
It's a well-oiled machine, isn't it?
Yeah, but it seems to go okay. And thanks for the year.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you again next year.